Good afternoon, kia ora, and welcome everyone to what promises to be an intriguing Round 4 National League Championship match between the home side Miramar Rangers up against their Auckland opponent, Auckland United. Miramar are desperate for some points as they look to get off the bottom of the table, while Auckland United will be eyeing 3 points, which would take them to no worse than third and possibly second, depending on the result of the Auckland City versus Napier clash later in the day. Let's look at the two teams and firstly looking at some results so far in this round. Kashmir Tech did the job over Melville United yesterday, 3-1. Pretty comfortable win in the end for Kashmir Tech. Melville United, 2 players sent off, so we're playing with 9 men at the end of that game. Olympic in the big game of the round, 2-0 victors over Birkenhead United. That sends them top of the table. And Christchurch United losing 3-1 to the Wellington Phoenix. First win for the Wellington Phoenix. Currently the table sits like this. Olympic sitting on top, although Auckland City could leapfrog them if they beat Napier City Rovers this afternoon. Miramar sitting bottom equal with Melville United, just shading them on goal difference. And you can see Auckland United there on 6th, but with 3 points, they could, with 8, they will jump up into 2nd until Auckland City play that game against Napier. So very congested in the middle part of the table, and Miramar Rangers very, very keen to get off the bottom. So let's now look at the Auckland United team list, and coach Jose Ferreira has rung the changes. There are 5 changes to the side that played last week, and I think that you'll see a back 4-4-3-3 normal formation for Auckland United. Expect to see Michael Den Heyer anchoring the midfield and captaining the side, number 25, a key figure for Jose Ferreira's team. He really does marshal the play, and former under-20 international Andrew Blake will probably operate down the left-hand flank. So Auckland United have started the competition well, just need to really push on and pick up those 3 points today. Now, looking at the Miramar side, 2 changes for Miramar. Scotty Hales has left Falconer and Cameron out, and I think for Miramar Rangers it will be normal 3-4-3 formation. Saul Milovanovic will anchor the defence in the centre. Joe Knowles in goal. And up front, the firepower comes from Sam Mason-Smith and Hamish Watson. And expect to see Andy Bevan just buzzing in behind those two as Miramar look to score some goals this afternoon. And joining me in commentary today, Hiromaya Nata and Harry. What's your expectations of the match today?
Yeah, look, good afternoon, Fred. Yeah, as you said at the top, very intriguing game because Auckland United come into this after 3 games unbeaten, with a couple of draws just recently with that first round win against Melville. And it's not so often we get to talk about Miramar Rangers sort of propping up the bottom of a table anywhere in a given season. So uncharted territory for them, but I'm sure Scott Hales, with the changes he's made this afternoon, will be looking for a much improved performance. First points last week against Napier City Rovers, so after two losses against Kashmir and Birkenhead. So I expect Scott Hales to really increase the intensity from his side this afternoon, particularly playing at home.
I think we got a shot there of Ufuk Tale sitting on the balcony. So an interested spectator. Won't be too happy with the performance of his side yesterday. Wellington Phoenix going down 3-1 to the Newcastle Jets.
Yeah, punished by a couple of ex-players as well.
Yes, James McGarry.
McGarry and Soterio and
Reno
Piscopo pulling the strings.
Yeah, so James McGarry couldn't score in 40 games for the Phoenix, and then popped up for Newcastle. Scored his first A-League goal against his old teammates. So there would have been a lot of meeting up yesterday between those two players from both those sides. So pitch looking an absolute picture here at Dave Farrington. They do a fantastic job, the grounds folk in Wellington, and the pitch is down there. Last time I was down there, boy, it was in top condition, and it looks to be the same. Final words for Auckland United. Our referee today is Anthony Riley, and assistant referee Edward Cook and Gareth Sheehan. And the fourth official will be Sean Riley. So Auckland United in their all-white away strip. And Miramar Rangers in their traditional black and blue stripes. Straight away, Auckland United looking long over the top. And Joe Knowles sends it long, looking for Watson. Flicked on by Mason Smith. Here's Watson again. Mason Smith, Watson. Always take any invitation to shoot Hamish Watson. And straight away, he gets the first shot on target.
Yeah, it didn't take Hamish Watson long to register his first. Some nice footwork too to get that down and create a bit of space to strike on goal, but Joe Knowles in the right place.
Curtis Mogg there, former Phoenix player. Made the switch across to Auckland and joined Auckland United now. Here's Hache Aniga. Left back position, goes long. Looking up front for Josh Redfern. Now Auckland United swing it out down the right. Looking for a good delivery. Andrew Blake. The Miramar defence there. Hit it away, and Mason Smith working hard to get back. Be interesting to see how Auckland United approach the game as they bring it forward through Ross Haviland. Good diagonal ball from Haviland. Into the near post. Straight away pressure on this Miramar goal.
Play again from Auckland United. Trying to get that one across the near post. Looked like it went out for a corner, but
I was about to say first corner of the afternoon, but undone by Anthony Riley. Again, the ball goes long. Panawong hits the bar. Great chance, and then with the second opportunity, Andy Bevan heads over the top, but Wilson Supantavong, boy, he hit that one well.
all the action coming down Mac Waite's end. What a fantastic strike. Waite beaten, all hands down, only saved by his crossbar, and then Andy Bevan with the follow-up header, not able to get that one on target, but already inside 3 minutes. Hamish Watson's strike a few moments ago, and then that one, nice strike by Wilson Supathavong.
High press from Miramar, trying to unsettle the Auckland United defensive structure, and they do so. They pick up the ball again, and another shot. It might have been Josh Rogerson,
yeah, number 5 for
stepping forward and letting fly. So maybe the message from Scotty Hales is, guys, let's get the ball in and around the penalty area and then shoot on sight. Auckland United now, good ball into the penalty area, needs a good pass, picks out the man, here's a chance, opportunity on the back post, and Miramar scramble clear. Well, it's end-to-end stuff. We're only 4 minutes in. Reniga, then higher. Reniga slips it inside. Cover defence, gets across. Ishibashi. And the ball eventually rolls out for a goal kick.
I was going to say, Ishibashi had a great chance. just a couple of passes before. It's a nice work on the right-hand side from Auckland United. Trying to pick out Oliver Middleton, and Ushibashi had a great chance to at least hit the target. It's a fairly crowded box as well, however, but there's a good vibe, good tempo to the game in the opening for sort of 5 minutes.
Yeah, both teams really wanting to get forward, wanting to attack, getting the ball wide, and both teams willing to have a shot. It's making for some entertaining football. Here come United again. Blake. Gimarati, and his shot in the end very tame. See Josh Redfern there sniffing around Joe Knowles.
Yeah, nice ball inside to Nicholas Zambrano. It was just a backlift, but just a opportunistic strike, and as any good number 9 does, Josh Redfern looking for any pieces off Joe Knowles.
So keeper to keeper. To Mog just under pressure, just sends it long, and those are the balls. It's the second phase ball that Miramar are hoping the press will cough up. Now the pressure really comes from Auckland United. Turned over possession high. Andrew Blake. Reniga joins the attack. Can he get a shot away? Reniga on the near post. Parried away by Knowles. Good work from the keeper. And Andrew Blake pinged for the foul.
Well, they're working the ball well down this left-hand flank, Auckland United. Nice work from Andrew Blake, but it's Ishibashi that's kind of, when he's getting the ball out wide, he's making those runs inside, leaving that space in behind him from where he's come from, and the likes of Andrew Blake running into those sort of areas is proving to be dangerous for Auckland United.
Won by Den Hire. Bit of a push in the back there. Referee playing advantage, but decides there is none accruing. Auckland United wanting to play the game at tempo. Again, the ball in behind, I think that'll be too hard. And it is.
We could have had 2 or 3 goals, Fred, already, and we're not even, the 10-minute mark. It's been a fantastic,
cracked off the bar.
open play,
one
open
at the near
game.
post, absolutely.
Lots of chances.
And I think talking to players around the grounds and also coaches, I think everyone's just really happy that they're playing National League football again. It's been quite a long season with 22 rounds of, especially for the Northern League clubs, 22 rounds of Northern League regional football. And now they're into this 9-round national competition. Everyone vying for the top 2 spots to make the final. But yeah, the players are just finding the variety as well, playing teams from all over New Zealand. Very, very refreshing. Nice switch from Michael Den Hire, looking for the overlap. Here comes Marati, drives at against the crossbar. Tightest of ankles, Joe Knowles wasn't expecting it, caught unawares. More pressure from Auckland United. Den Hire with a dink over the top. Here's Ishibashi, can he keep it in? Just, and wins a throw. Second ball off the woodwork already.
Well, I don't think Joe Knowles knew too much about that one. He went flashing past his near post and came off the crossbar. I mean, credit to Auckland United. They've been able to expose that space in behind it, either flank of Miramar at the moment.
Yeah, just the defensive structure of Miramar not not coping that well with the overlapping runs in the wide areas. But credit Auckland United, they're throwing players forward. And as you say, Harry, and Ishibashi gets the ball, checks inside for the run outside. They look very, very dangerous to Auckland United. Throw for Miramar. Let's see how tight the ground is from this shot here at Dave Farrington Park. The steep bank, pitch just cut right into the bank. Makes for a one of those very tight, compact grounds. Good for watching. Bit difficult for our cameraman, trying to keep the scaffold out of shot. But you know, it's sort of reminiscent of Kiwitea Street.
Yeah, just going to say, Fred. Yeah, it does on a playoff game or a derby as such. It makes for such an exciting atmosphere when you get both sets of supporters so close to the action.
Win the header.
Shibashi just bundled off the ball by Josh Rogerson. Here's Andy Bevan. Poor ball from Andy Bevan. Probably not being too unkind to say Andy Bevan, veteran status.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know how many games we've called with and mentioned Andy Bevan's name. Similar to like Sam Burfoot and Birkenhead. He seems to pop up, you know, Waitakere United and obviously Birkenhead. Andy Bevan, yeah, Team Wellington, obviously Miramar. Been around for many years. Good player too, top player.
Yeah. Nice skills, Andy Bevan. Very good technique. Pantawong twisting and turning. Oh, that's not a bad idea from the midfielder. Saw the run of Mason Smith. Just overhit the ball. Would have been a tough ball for Mason Smith to bring down. Foul there by Milovanovic. So Milovanovic, number 6 for Miramar, just sitting in front, one of the two holding midfielders. Sitting in front, shielding the back four. And Auckland United again, have got a lot of mileage out of that right flank. And they look to do the same again. And eventually Miramar do win the throw. George Akers. The throw, great to see him back on a football field after that horrific injury here at Dave Farrington. He's in this goal mouth. And he got absolutely nailed.
Yeah, that was a terrible set of circumstances. That one for George Akers. I remember the ambulance couldn't get in, I think, because
the ambulance couldn't make it, and so he got carted off in the courier van.
Didn't they? Yeah.
So not an auspicious afternoon for George Akers, but yeah, fantastic to see him back playing. Haviland, space in front of him, goes wide. Marathi, Blake. Andrew Blake cutting in. Back to Den Hire. Working the ball forward. He again drives it across, and Joe Knowles gets down just in front.
Again, some nice work.
Josh Redfern.
Good pace on the cross too. Josh Redfern just not able to get across that near post. Joe Knowles did well again.
Bevan knocked over.
Wilson inside, good boy. Now pitch higher. Good, inside first. Go, this is your man, yeah? There's nothing on your left shoulder. They are straight. Boy, that'll do. Get in. Jody, this is you, that's JR.
Everland, yeah.
Talk to him.
She's been around a while, only hung a sport for many, many years. Started out at Hawke's Bay United,
Gotta do it.
Waitakere, Eastern Suburbs, but found his home really at Onehunga Sport. Coaches a lot of the youth teams at Auckland United now, part of their academy system. And for many seasons, sort of anchored the back four of Auckland United and Onehunga Sport with Joe Dawkins. Acres. Just after the initial sort of excitement of the game, started to settle down, and I think over the balance of the play, you've got got to say Auckland United territorially probably shading it, and possession-wise just seem to not make those sorts of mistakes. Miramar just a little bit wasteful in possession. Ishibashi driving in towards the penalty area. Panthawong gets picked off. Out wide to Blake. Blake to Sembrano. Three very experienced players there. Blake with the shot. That little triangle of Blake, Marathi and Zambrano. Very strong for Auckland United.
Yeah, look, Andrew Brake's been involved in the majority of these chances that Auckland United, they push forward down that right-hand side. Yeah, they probably have sort of outnumbered. You know, they've overloaded areas, particularly on this left-hand side as well, where I think just of the last sort of couple of minutes, Miramar have managed to kind of work that out and much more compact.
Yeah, I think a bit of a surprise to many people that Miramar are sitting where they are on the table at the moment, but just talking to a few people at the Miramar club, they've lost a lot of players, some players going offshore to some to Europe, some to US universities, as they do this time of year. So lost a few players in that regard, and a few injuries, and then you are, yes, your side significantly weakened. And of course the rules around the competition, meaning you know, it's very difficult to bring players in, new players in, so, and strengthen your squad. So you're left with what you finished the regional league with. And I think Miramar being hit by a few defections, and that's why they're sitting where they're currently sitting. And I think you can see it in the way they play, not committing as many players forward as we've seen historically. They've been a side that really does attack with numbers, and we just saw it in the previous attack. And Miramar had, it was Watson forward, Sam Mason-Smith, Andy Bevan, but not much support. Now Akers. You can see the number of white shirts straight away back there. 8v3 really. So difficult to score in those scenarios.
Yeah, much more cautious approach, isn't it, being by Scott Hales, just to their first point last week against Napier. So again, a bit of confidence and a bit of a platform to build from that performance. But you're right, it's, you know, they've got a very strong kind of front line, haven't they, with Akers, Watson, Sam Mason-Smith, Andy Bevan.
you know, I think probably the shock result of almost of the entire competition was that the opening day 4-0
against Kashmir.
Kashmir Tech beating Miramar as Den Haya drives to the edge of the box. Can he get a shot? Can they create some space in there? Ball pops back out.
Oh, well done. Squeeze us up. Yeah, 10 minutes, mate. Joey, that's not... Wilson, pick up far. Good. Joey, come this way. Woody, pick up. Woody, pick up.
Just going back on Miramar, they've conceded 10 goals in 3 games, so you don't have to look far to see where their problems lie. Scored 4. Looking to pick up further points, as you say, Harry, after their first point last week. I think it'll be interesting to see how the competition sort of evolves as well. I think also talking to many of the coaches and players, they like the National League component and they'd prefer it to be extended, you know, longer, whether that goes over Christmas
nine
or
rounds is,
it seems, you know, the single round competition seems very, very short. So maybe whether there's an opportunity to have single round regional comp and then double round national comp. Obviously that's a little more pricey.
Yeah, a lot of additional costs involved in that one, isn't there? But I think you're absolutely right. I think I'd love to see more, obviously more of this sort of format where you've got your best teams playing against each other on a regular basis.
Miramar now down the left. Watson just drops it off to Bevan. Pantavong. Choked. Choked with the switch. This is better from Miramar. Just holding the ball, creating, waiting for the moment to go forward. Wood. Cross to Rogerson. Josh Rogerson. Wood again, trying to find the width. Nice touch inside. Mason Smith looking for Watson. Well, after a promising build-up, delivery left a little to be desired there.
Yeah, much more patient, wasn't it, from Napier? You can see them trying to sort of find some space in the middle of the park, but you know, Auckland United have filled those passing channels. That nice ball into Sam Mason Smith and then back into George Ackers.
One player that has had done some really good work for Miramar, Hugo Delhamel, who they're missing out of the middle of the park. He really was a player that gave him a lot of scope. Back to France to see his family after the pandemic. And now a chance for Auckland United. Driven in, and Knowles with a good save at the near post. So again, that right flank paying dividends for United.
Yeah, I think it was Andrew Blake again, making a nuisance of himself, getting in behind the Miramar defence.
And after those first couple of shots from Miramar Rangers, the shot count starting to ratchet up in favour of Auckland United. So it's back underway. Mason Smith. Here's Bevan. And to switch it to the other side of the field. Milivanovic. Good pedigree. Saul Milivanovic. Released from Norwich. 23 player at Norwich. And played for Kettering as well. He's found his way into Wellington. Miramar Rangers. Has been used by Scott Hales in a centre-back position. In the middle of a back three mainly. You can see here pretty clearly on that shot how Miramar in the back four today. I think Scotty Hales trying to solidify his defensive unit. He's always liked playing with the back three. As Hales prefers like a 3-4-3 formation. But could be a case of needs must. Got to shore up the, shore up the defence.
George Akers kind of playing that kind of wide left role. Obviously, we're much used to seeing him in a more of attacking role, but been asked to sort of fill that wide defensive flank for Miramar.
Ishibashi near post, and the run that time from Redfern just needed a flick. Well marshalled by the Miramar defence though, but again it's Ishibashi.
Yeah, very tidy, isn't he? Looking for the far, well, near post on that occasion. Comfortable for Joe Knowles. But again, they're getting some good ball inside the box, Auckland United. Particularly on that right-hand side, as we've discussed, and at times behind the behind Harry Choke as well.
Good, Wilson. Good boy. Pitch higher. Pitch a little bit. That'll do. Saul, shoulders. Saul, shoulders. Good lad.
Andrew Blake on the ball. Auckland United recycle through Mogg.
Get out.
Trying to draw this Miramar side out. And as far as Sembrano. He's a little short for Blake, but he does well. Gets onto it. I think Miramar just trying to mix it up a bit. They go long, out of Noel's hands, but not really getting much mileage. So they are doing that. Sam Mason-Smith or normally Hamish Watson.
Hamish Watson up the middle, yeah.
Well marshalled, you know, just easy pickings for this Auckland United.
Yeah, this is the area where they're getting exposed behind George Akers. Again's got caught forward. Yeah, they push forward, but they lose possession, and Auckland United are able to expose them on the break really quickly. Or that their transition from without the ball, and then move across the halfway line, like Andrew Blake or Zambrano, particularly on that right-hand side. They really are giving Miramar a bit of a hard time.
Knowles this time tries to pick the pass to Harry Choke. Unsuccessful. So coming up to half an hour gone. Harry, if you're Jose Vejero or Scotty Hales, who do you think's the happiest at this point?
Well, I think Scott Hales, you know, if you look at the number of chances, I think it flashed up on the counter a few minutes ago, 4 or 5 shots to 1. So, you know, a lot of it has been on that right-hand side. You know, we've hit the post a couple of times. You know, Joe Knowles has made a couple of saves to his near post as well. So I think trying to get the more balanced. I think particularly on that left-hand side, because Akers is getting caught forward a hell of a lot. And Northern United, one or two touches, and they're able to move the ball quickly and expose those spaces in behind the wide flanks of Miramar.
Yeah, you can see the stats just cycling through up there. 8 shots to 2, 4 on target for Auckland United, and Andy Bevan.
And again, when you're on the back foot, we've talked about the quality that Miramar have up front, and Hamish Watson, Andy Bevan, Sam Nathan-Smith, just haven't been able to get the ball out of midfield, or enough of quality ball to play to their strengths. Now, whether that's a more direct approach with Watson and getting runners off him, just haven't had that, I guess, that bit of quality in the middle of the park at the moment to really build some pressure.
Wherever there's a discussion, you'll find Hamish Watson.
Hamish is always there, isn't he? Hey.
Well, coming up later on, or coming up straight after this game actually, it's Auckland City up against Napier City Rovers. Auckland City with the opportunity to leapfrog back up to the top of the National League Championship. Napier City Rovers will be looking to push on from their draw against Miramar last weekend. So that game live on Sky Sports 7 straight after this. So be sure to tune in. Auckland United having discussions, especially Mike Denhire there at the top of your screen, having discussions with Anthony Riley, because he felt that he got an elbow in the mouth from Andy Bevan, but doing so he's conceded. He's somehow conceded the free kick. Saul Milovanovic getting told by Anthony Riley to take the ball back to where the foul occurred. And this is an opportunity for Miramar to put a few players in the box. Movement, needs a good delivery. Right to the back post. Watson across the face of goal. Someone needed to take a chance. Someone needed to expect Hamish Watson to get that ball, and that'll be a yellow card. It's a pretty easy one for referee Riley. Andy Bevan knew he wasn't going to make it, knew his legs weren't going to take him.
Well, he actually knew the next ball that he was going to be played was to Andrew Blake again on that right-hand side. So great timing from Andy Bevan with that late challenge. You're right, that free kick from Milovanovic found Hamish Watson at the far. He pulled out, made an arcing run to the far post. Hamish Watson managed to get that one back across the goal, but no one there for Miramar.
Saul, come on. Saul, come on.
Now Runiga, again, they tried to go near post. Seen that on a number of occasions. Looking for that near post run, just a touch. Bashi being forced the wrong way. Nice ball inside. Now they find the width again. Runiga checks inside into the box. That'll be a goal kick. Knowles this time does pick a pass to Choate, but straight away they've coughed up possession again. Middleton to Blake, edge of the box. Can someone open up some space to shoot? This is Ollie Middleton again. Can he do it? No, looks for the pass. Denhire, he's takes the invitation to have a strike. Tries to pass it into the corner, but straight at Josh Knowles.
And that did open up for Den High because he was looking to slip someone in, but wasn't closed down by any of the Miramar players on the edge of the box.
Andy Bevan's got to be a little careful. Nicholas Zambrano just rides the challenge. Now the press comes from Miramar, led by Supanthavong. Well played out by United. Needed Hamish Watson to drop in there. He's just caught a little on his heels, the big striker. He needed to join the press, and that would have made it interesting because Mike Den Higher is back. Well, was facing his own goal, had pressure on behind, and would have been struggling for an outlet pass. Here he is again. Redfern with the touch. Bit of pressure from Miramar Rangers. 10 minutes to go till half time. Still no score here at Dave Farrington Park. Ollie Middleton sprays the ball across to Andrew Brake. This is a good opportunity for United. To the back post. Oh, and there Joe Knowles just plucks it out of the air. The cross just somewhat misdirected. You can hear Scott Hales there. Hit the switch. Wanting the big diagonal from Wilson Supanthavong. I think that really is a tactic for Miramar. Isolate Hamish Watson. So big, so strong on the ball. Isolate him with one of the back four of Auckland United and see what he can do. And if they can do that centrally, boy, then they are in with a shout. Mac Waite hasn't really had a whole lot to do in this first half so far. Other than that, that shot from Supanthavong that rattled his crossbar. Nice touch. Here is Supanthavong. Here is Hamish Watson. There he is. He's one-on-one. Now it's 2v1. Referee playing an advantage. Mike Den Higher clipped his heels as he went past him. And this is a good opportunity.
A good opportunity for Miramar. We see Watson just checking back onto his left, and
it was
Zambrano that came flying through.
Back.
Yeah. Perhaps one here for George Akers lining this one up. Watson wouldn't mind hitting one either, I would imagine.
Should have no trouble dropping this under the crossbar. It's a decent distance. You can see the wind there, just blowing the ball. So a decent amount of wind in Wellington. Well, gosh, goes without saying, doesn't it?
In Wellington, eh? And Dave Farrington Park is quite exposed up there on that hill.
So he's got the benefit of the wind behind him. Hamish Watson or George Akers. Ishibashi comes back. It is Watson into the wall. Does its job. Referee plays advantage. Hamish Watson really hurt his foot there as well. Trying to volley the rebound. The ball. And that's not a great cross.
It was the right idea though, because Ishibashi was making up some space down this left-hand flank, and they hit the numbers. Auckland United.
Get on the ball.
Hodgson and Wood. It's poor touch. I don't say that often, but poor touch from Andy Bevan.
Come further out, boy. Tony, come further out.
He's dead higher. It's a good battle between Den Hyer and Hamish Watson. Two very strong players physically. You can see here Watson just wants to bully him off the ball. Den Hyer having none of it. Raniga, Ishibashi. Middleton.
Wilson, break. Wilson, break. Wilson, break.
Just on a personal note, coached Ollie Middleton. Good to see him making his appearances in the first team. At a national age group tournament a few years ago. Just starting to see those sort of players breaking into first teams at more than NRFL and National League level. So really good to see some of the young players bundling forward. And the Miramar players appealing to Anthony Riley there for a back pass. I think they may have had some grounds there. I think he left the ball for the keeper.
He actually just stood on it to stop it because he knew Mac Waite was coming, and in the end it was quite an easy, comfortable ball for Mac Waite.
Shoulders, good boy. Ollie, not too far over.
Cross turn. And then look for the immediate pass in behind, but not found.
Get the second. Fucking running around you.
Here's a chance. Middleton with the strike. Good hit with the left foot. Draws a save from Joe Knowles. Increases the on-target statistics.
It was a nice strike, clean strike from Middleton. Great angle there from the camera, directly behind him.
See there, shots on target 5-2 in favour of Auckland United. And they've been shooting a lot, 5 shots off target. And just headed back by Harry Choate.
Step on, Tony. Step on. Step on. Yes, Joe. Yes, one
The first half drawing to a close. Just a couple of minutes remaining. Still no score, but got to say, plenty of endeavour from both sides. Here's Watson. Watson, you could just see when that ball popped up that he would want to maybe either lob it over the keeper or just lash it with his left foot. Ragina set sail down this left-hand flank. Blake, one-on-one with Akers. Goes for the 1-2. Nice ball to the edge of the box. Here's a chance for Auckland United, and that's good defending, good desperation from the Miramar defence. But those diagonal balls from the centre of the park out to the right wing really are catching this Miramar defence. Not so much unawares, but they're not dealing with them very well. And you can see there really is the intent to target that the left-hand flank of Miramar. Nice touch. Here's Bevan, needs a runner. Bevan, no, decides to shoot. Blocked on the edge of the box. Pressure now from Miramar. Watson checks inside the box. Hamish Watson. defence gets back to cover. Still much an opportunity for Miramar. Supanthavong. Oh, nice skills. Shibashi. Redfern. Beautiful little step over there. Usai Shibashi. You see here. Beautiful step over. Just does Saul Milovanovic. All ends up. So tight to the sideline as well.
Fantastic technique, wasn't he? Huh? Very technical. Likewise, you've got Kamata, and even in the National Women's League, you had a couple of Japanese players at Western Springs that are very tidy as well.
Now, can Auckland United get something just before halftime? Chip to the near post, and the ball flicked on from Redfern across the face of the goal. You could see Joe Knowles was worried about that one.
Yeah, well, again, down that right-hand flank. Miramar unable to clear it. Nice little chip to the near post there. And Neil Redfern, or Josh Redfern, sorry, just unable to direct that onto goal.
You can see Knowles going with the ball, worried that it might have nestled in just inside his far post.
Yeah, Miramar have done well to just to hang in here, because Auckland United have had a number of the better chances in this first 45 minutes.
Hamish Watson calling for handball there. So they've had two sort of incidents there with the goalkeeper. Here it is here. McWaite comes out.
His leg was obviously on the other side of the outside the box, but the ball might have just been on the touching the line.
Inside, please. Good lad. Set it up. Set it up. Go
So just a little shove there.
down.
Anthony Riley saying, George, just take the ball back a bit, will you?
Same spin order. Same one.
I think given the time on the clock, there's another chance Milovanovic to put the ball into the box. They got Hamish Watson on the end of the last one. He drilled us beyond the back post. Wind behind them. Hard and low. And the keeper pulls off a good save. I think Hamish Watson got the flick. And Anthony Riley there blows for half-time. So a bit of drama right at the death of the first half.
Yeah, well, again, great delivery. This time just to the near post there. It was Liam Wood then there that tried to get on the end of that one. But in the end, it's all even Stevens.
Yeah, Liam Wood popping up in the box, but at half-time here at Dave Farrington Park, both sides have hit the frame of the goal, but both sides have failed to put the ball in the back of the net. So we sit at half-time with Miramar and Auckland United all square at 0-0. The sheds for some words of wisdom, and let's have a look at some matches. United match down in Hamilton, and there was plenty of incident in this game. Melville has played well this season, but have found it very difficult to score goals. They play through the thirds very, very nicely, but just finding scoring hard. Both sides, again, plenty of endeavour, plenty of chances. And the first goal came, and it was Kashmir technical with the goal.
Yeah, this was a great ball by Coughlin. That did Jacob Richards. Set up nicely for him as well. Like everything going forward for Cashmere Technical came through Coughlin. He was a nice 1-2 with Lyle Matheson. What a fantastic finish from Cashmere Technical's main striker.
Yeah, and if you give him the ball in that sort of area, then you're in trouble.
Yeah, I really do think, Gordy and I called this one yesterday, that Coughlin really was the quality up front that really caused some problems for Melville. This was a one that was turned over the line. This was a late rush for Melville United. Got themselves back into this game.
Yeah, Luke Searle with the long throw. And bundled over the line in the box. And that made it 2-1. And a glimmer of hope for Melville United. Then pushed on, looking for the equaliser. You'd think if you took Garvin Coughlin and put him in the Melville side, then Melville would be a completely different proposition.
Yeah, there's a nice header too by Raheem Sterling. Raheem Hunter.
Sterling, mate,
just
that's a good signing.
Raheem Hunter. That's his namesake, I'm sorry. But it was a nice, unfortunate, just couldn't get that one under the bar. And again, Coughlin showing his class up the other end. Nice finish. Over Max Tommy.
Yeah, lovely finish. And that rounded out the 3-1 scoreline. Then amongst that, there were 2 red cards for Melville United, so they were playing with 9 men at the end of the game. So they battled and battled and battled, but it was all a bit too difficult. Pelotti just worked really hard up front. Needed some more support. And so Cashmere Tech, who pushed themselves up the table with that result. As we look at the top goal scorers of the competition, Gianni Bazookas from Wellington Olympic and Jack Henry Sinclair leading the charge along with Coughlin. All on 3 points. Ryan de Vries and Hiroyoshi Kamata of de Vries of Auckland City, Kamata of Auckland United sitting on 2. And again, just a reminder that Auckland City play Napier City Rovers directly after this, so turn on to Sky Sports 7 and you can have a look at Auckland City, see if they can had a difficult game last week against Birkenhead United.
Oh, that was a
cracking game.
The last 15 minutes of that one had Cam Howison sent off. He had Zebrano scoring that equalising goal in the dying stages as well. So,
yeah, so Auckland City seeing if they can get to the top of the table. And this is the Eastern Suburbs Auckland United game that was played on Friday night out at William Green Domain. And it was Eastern Suburbs that really dominated proceedings right from the outset. Their passing was a step above, and certainly their finishing was much better. Taylor O'Brien there doing really, really well to set up that goal. And Auckland United, who probably are suffering from having a very, very young side. So if they can keep that team together, then they'll really be a threat. But just at the moment, there's a gap, a bit of a gap in quality, especially the way they pass the ball. And Eastern Suburbs were very, very clinical. Went raced to a 3-0 lead early in the game. So here, Taylor O'Brien just chasing that ball down. Checks back inside, and from that sort of distance, you're not going to save that. So, defending, just leaving a bit to be desired. And this was the pressure that Eastern Suburbs were putting on the Auckland United defence. So I think there was a mix-up there, misunderstanding. expecting the goalkeeper to come, and O'Brien just drove that one into the roof of the net. I think it was the first National Women's League game ever to be played at William Green Domain. I think, stand corrected on that, but yeah, Eastern Suburbs very much the dominant team in this match. Again, ball laid out to the back post. Nice little finish just inside the far post. I think that was goal number 4 for Eastern Suburbs. And the final piece of scoring in the evening's game. And it was Eastern Suburbs that ran out the winners 5-0. Ball and then the knockdown from O'Brien. So looking at the table in the National Women's League, Eastern Suburbs and Western Springs both perfect after 6 games. So it's looking like a bit of a 2-horse race at the moment, although Northern Rovers with a couple of wins, I think they play one of the top 2 in the next round. But big games coming up. Eastern Suburbs versus Springs. I think that's in a couple of weekends. So it'll be interesting to see if any of the other teams can chase those 2 down. Looking at the other games, Western Springs ran out 4-1 victors over Northern Rovers. Confirmation that Suburbs 5-0. And then the Canterbury Pride and Southern United, the Southern Derby, 0-0 at the end of that one. And Capital Football got a good win over Central 4-2, and good to see Central Football scoring some goals at least in the games now. And looking at the games tomorrow, Rovers up against Springs. It's a reverse fixtures because of Labour weekend, so they played Friday night and then on Monday as well. So just all the games reversed. Capital against Central. Auckland United will be playing at Keithay Park against Eastern Suburbs, and Canterbury will head down to Southern to do battle again against their Southern counterparts.
Patterson, wayward pass, Hirano intercepts that on that occasion. Garcia, Hirano now, one-on-one. Here's Hirano. Oh, great footwork. And it's in. It is a goal from Hirano. Well, thought that one may get away from her, but she did choose to find the back of the net on that occasion. Lena Hirano. So a bit of pressure playing off for Western Springs. Pressure too from Jackson. Here she is again. The second chance, and it's a goal. Suburbs have struck straight back against Northern Rovers this afternoon. Devon Jackson. One-on-one really does well. And on target, what a strike. Petra Buick. Fantastic strike. What a run from the substitute. Thoroughly deserved too. She's been quite the star for Canterbury since she's been on, trying to force things. What a fantastic strike by her. Settle again. Yoshida again opens her body up so well. Allows her to play that one first time. A shot from Yoshida, and it's a goal. Michaela Foster could not get that to that one. It's Saki Yoshida. The third goal for Eastern Suburbs this afternoon. Well-worked goal from Yoshida.
Oh, lovely turn. That's beautiful from Painenberg. Can she release the pass? She does to Colby. Best football of the match so far. To the edge of the penalty area, and that is the best goal of the match, and that is superb. Tāwhuru with the finish, but beautifully crafted, and it all started with Emma Painenberg. What a turn in midfield, and releasing Colby, and again she found a teammate with the cross.
So great to see some of the top goals from the National Women's League. And last night, Harry, you were there, the draw for the FIFA Women's World Cup for next year. And you can see New Zealand's group there, Norway, Philippines and Switzerland. What was the feeling when those got pulled out of the pots?
When Norway got pulled off, obviously the first one, it was a bit of a quiet ooh around the auditorium. But no, look, talking to some of the girls afterwards, we're pretty pleased. Obviously, spent a long time coming to get to this stage. It's very real now. We're only 7-8 months away for what will be the biggest sporting event that we've seen for a while here in New Zealand. It's and in Norway, Philippines, Switzerland, 2 European teams. As well in there, so I'm sure Jitka Klimkova will be busy working away, trying to formulate some games in the coming windows to try and replicate those styles of teams. And Philippines, largely unknown.
And another big group was Group E, another group of New Zealand with a powerhouse USA team. So great to see it'll be great to have the US team in New Zealand. 2 games at Eden Park and 1 game in Wellington. So go and buy your tickets to see one of the best sides in women's football. So and a good side there in third in the Netherlands.
Yeah, well, I see you've got I think it's that orange top you've got on today, Fred, as well. But they touched on it last night. It's Vietnam's first time at a World Cup, and the first game you're coming up against is the world champions. So. Great experience for them, I'm sure.
And you see there, one of the playoff winners there make up that group. There's going to be 3 of the sides yet to be determined. There's going to be a playoff tournament leading up into the competition. So that's a good opportunity to test the venues for New Zealand football and FIFA. And underway here in the second half. So back to National Men's League football. 0-0 at the break. It will be interesting to see how both these sides approach the second half as they try and break this deadlock. Milivanovic here, middle of the park, is getting himself in a little bit of a tangle. Back to Rogerson. He goes wide. Too wide. So Miramar already put the ball well over the sideline, both sides of the pitch. Yeah, that's what they're trying to do, go big diagonals. Yeah, that's a portent of things to come.
Joey!
Doesn't look like there've been any changes here. Watson wide. Pantavon. Trying to get some space for a cross. Gets into contact and wins the corner. So Miramar have started on the front foot.
Yeah, did well. Pantavon there. Some neat footwork too. He had that shot just as inside the first 5 minutes that came up the crossbar, so great start to the second half for him.
You can see the wind buffeting the flag there in the background. Really is a strong breeze. Can't bring the ball down. You can hear it just whistling through our effects mic as well. Had the advantage of that breeze in the first 45 minutes. I'll be hitting into it. You can see straight away there the ball holding up. It's like the wind's got stronger as the days progressed. Ball not cleared well by Auckland United. I a chance for Mac Waite just to get his hands on it.
Wilson inside.
Haviland. G. Marathi switches play. Mogg says we'll switch it back. Andrew Blake gives it down, tracks inside. It's that sort of inside-outside run we saw so much in the first 45 minutes.
Wilson, narrow. Go outside. Yes,
Zambrano. Blake. No one in the box, really. Targets.
Not a bad ball from Zambrano. Good flighted cross. Nice bit of play down the right-hand flank from Auckland United. Just inviting Redfern to run onto that one.
Nice touch from Watson. Livinovic.
Well done. Next one, Saul.
Credit to Wilson Sapanthavong. He tries very hard to get forward. You can hear Scotty Hales saying to him, you know, pinch a bit, get forward, try and... He's worked incredibly hard. You see him here chasing back now all the way. It's an 80, 90 metre run for him. He's certainly putting the effort in. There's Supanthavong. Miramar. Push all the way forward. And gain the benefit of it. Tian Manuel. Some touches on the ball early in the second half. Just kept in. Then higher. Middleton. Middleton to the back post and Redfern again. Well, other than that shot from, it was Marathi or that hit the crossbar, these have been the best opportunities, mainly the head of Josh Redfern.
Yeah. He's certainly getting himself into some decent positions, Josh Redfern, just in between, or just behind the defender there, just ghosting in behind him. It would have been a very good header to hit the back of the net. No real pace on the cross to use, but nonetheless he's getting in some good positions.
There's a chance. Beautiful turn from Watson. Now Sam Mason-Smith gets the ball stuck under his feet. You can see the frustration from Mason-Smith. That was a good chance. It won the ball and was heading into the penalty area. Just needed the ball to be out of his feet to give himself some space to hit it. You can see, I mean, given the strength of the wind, the players wanting to get probably a little bit closer to the 18-yard box. Auckland United, exactly the opposite. They'll be able to let fly from distance with this breeze at their backs.
Be aware, George.
Then higher, always an option. Redfern linking up with Blake. Mogg, and he lets fly from distance. Right on cue. Curtis Mogg steps up.
Yeah, a little bit of space in there for Curtis Mogg. I think it's actually took a deflection here. It did, just on its way through, but really changed the flight of the ball dramatically.
Not great from Choate there. Just gave the ball away cheaply.
Get round it, get round it, get round it.
Middleton, Ishibashi combining. Asheraniga, can he get in the box? No, defence again comes across. Miramar player's not happy with that.
Sam, keep Andy out your line.
Anthony Riley in a really good position to see it. Now, the delivery. And again, just that, that communication or that combination of cross and run.
Again, it's just that an anxious nature of the way kind of Miramar at the back particularly, and you know, George Akers that time, you know, bit of time, but again, rushing the, I guess it's just the pressure of the play coming at you, right? And you're just trying to lash and get the ball clear, and that one's just sort of come off his foot over third man, but into for a corner.
Middleton with the delivery. Ooh, sends that one high. And shanked it over the fence behind the goal. I think he was trying to get some real whip on it, but he's got that one all wrong. Touch over the top, Subanthavong. Just crowded out by Den Haya. Den Haya, former under-17 international for New Zealand. Had a couple of years in the Netherlands for Nick Nijmegen. Went over to Germany, played in the Oberliga for Cleve. And decided to come back to New Zealand and joined up with Auckland United. He's been there ever since, so he's one of those many players who head over to have a bit of an European experience with football. Now he is anchoring the midfield for Auckland United. Manuel, nice touch from Watson. Watson onto his left, and then that one touch too many. Again, you can see the combination.
Yeah,
you
really
can see
nice,
the idea.
Yeah,
just the execution.
Watson perhaps maybe on his right foot having a strike instead of trying to bring it back onto his left. Possibly. Much easier sitting here watching it, obviously, but yeah, it was a nice build-up play too from Miramar. Very slick.
Yeah, sort of showcased what Hamish Watson is good at. Gets the ball, lays it off one time, goes for the return, then tries to create the space for himself for a shot. And I think at that time, yeah, as you say, Harry, that one touch, I think he should have just hit that with his right foot. One touch too many, trying to drag it back. See, that's a lovely
beautiful touch. Just there. He's chopped back onto his left into trouble.
And also one thing he's got a prodigious shot.
Yeah.
Both feet as well.
He strikes a clean ball.
Strikes a really crisp ball. You certainly don't begrudge him having a go. Now, Auckland United. Reggie Murati, 1-on-1, delivers to the back post. Ishibashi. And that ball's gone out for a goal kick. Spin turn from Supanthavong. Here's Watson again, using his body. To return, just on ball. Needs players in the box, and the cross. Just found a white shirt instead of a black and blue one. Middleton. He's having a good second half. Andrew Blake. Moratti has come forward. Blake. Zambrano. Middleton sends it wide to Ishibashi. Gets it back again. It's a nice ball. Zambrano. Can he get past Manuel? Yes, he can. Ishibashi. Is someone going to shoot? Well, it finally came, but it was a pretty tame effort from Ishibashi.
Yeah, they moved the ball well left to right on a couple of passages through that that set there from Auckland United, but Ishibashi just not enough behind it to trouble Joe Knowles.
Ishibashi again to Zambrano. You can see Miramar just sitting in a block there, a low block, back four, midfield two. Sort of the whipped cross from Zambrano. Never going to trouble Joe Knowles in his goal. Eight shots on target so far. A couple off target for Auckland United. Had plenty of opportunities. Watson just leaving his foot in on Ashe Raniga. Alleged to have fouled. So, an hour gone. Still no one has had the wherewithal to break the deadlock. So the first substitute of the afternoon for Miramar Rangers. It's James Murdoch-Gibbs, number 15, has come on. He's taken up a position at right wing there. Looks like George Akers is the player to have made way. Bevan battling, giving up the ball. And that's a free kick. And this is in a pretty handy position. Middleton there. Just flicks the ball inside. Draws the foul from Rogerson. Andrew Blake will step up and deliver this one into the penalty area. Probably, well, if this goes in, I think you're asking questions of your keeper, but Andrew Blake, he'll be putting this one just in behind the defensive line over the, it'll be lining up on the 18-yard box. You can see there the wind, the strength of the wind.
Yeah, make sure you go with him.
To employ the divot. He dinks it in and the ball gets headed clear. Is he going to go out for a corner? No, not yet. Maybe it's second time of asking. Go out for a throw. Oh, well done from Andy Bevan. Beautiful skills. And then undoes all the good work.
Right idea, but just execution, right? Just hit it between
Look at this.
two players.
Nice little highlight. Oops. Reverse nutmeg. Take that. Zambrano squares it. Middleton. having a very, very good second half.
He's
Ollie
finding a lot of
Middleton.
space.
Yeah.
Ollie Middleton just in those channels, or that space between, you know, between the midfield and the back line for Miramar.
Blake, it's good work. Andrew Blake into the penalty area and just touch lets him down. Marathi deflected and Joe Knowles grabs hold of the ball. I think Ishibashi being told to get. This was a chance for Blake. Just didn't get enough touch to carry the ball. And the chance goes begging. Haviland into Den higher. Back to Haviland. Ball kept in well. Watson driving forward. Players inside him, and that potentially could be a card, and I think it is.
Jimmy, just fucking told him. Go!
Yeah, Sobrano. We saw that similar with Andy Bevan in the first half, where just on that, just across the other side of halfway, just it's called a professional foul, I think, Fred. Just to stop play.
Milovanovic over the ball. Seen a couple of really good free kicks from him in the first half. He likes to drive it, and he was trying to catch Mac Waite unawares. Here's a chance now for the new man, and Gifran Esempenda, who has come on in replace of Rusai Ishibashi. Just profiting from the long ball from Mac Waite.
Yeah, one-on-one with George Akers. Yeah, not wayward strike from Penda, but I'm sure he'll be looking to get involved as much as possible. Ishibashi's had a pretty good game on that left-hand side, particularly in the first half, getting in behind the Miramar defence on more than one occasion.
And the game getting pretty physical now as we head with 25 minutes to go. Players maybe getting a bit tired. Difficult conditions with this wind. They're just sapping. Fine day, but you can see the clouds just flying across the ground. There's the shadows that show the strength of the wind. There's the trees blowing in the background. Now Andrew Blake, he's got a three-man wall to navigate in front of him. Well, Hamish Watson says, I'm not having any of that. I'll just go and stand a bit to the side. So Blake just thinks it again. Too many defenders there. Now he volleys it in. Edge of the box. Here's a chance. And Haviland blazes over.
Well, Blake had two chances to get that one. It was more or less identical here. The cross headed back. He sends it back in. Same defender heads it back out. Straight to Haviland. And that's not one for the highlights reel for Ross Haviland, unfortunately.
Yeah, Murdoch Gibbs there on the far side. He's got that wrong. He said he came on for George Akers, but he's come on for Wilson Supanthavong. It's a good ball inside from Tian Manuel. Just not read by his teammate. Those two hit woodworks, the closest anyone's come this afternoon to breaking this this deadlock. Can something be fashioned here? Isimpenda working hard. Blake, who's hugged this right flank. Not a great pass. Now a chance for break. Mason Smith. Got Murdoch Gibbs outside him. Draws the man. And Murdoch Gibbs drills it, but drills it straight into the stomach of Mac Waite. And Mac Waite says, okay, well, let's go on the attack. Through Andrew Blake.
Yeah, very difficult ball to hit Hamish Watson at the far post. I mean, I think Watson should have made an effort to move a central role and make it easier for Murdoch Gibbs to find him.
Yeah, a bit of a waste of a free kick there. Hamish Watson taking it quickly. He's got the ball again now. Looking for a 1-2, I think. Just drops it off. And that's offside. You see the flag up at the top of your screen. Andy Bevan just straying forward.
Working, well done, Saul, well done.
Looking ahead for both these sides. If this scoreline stays as it is, Miramar just add the 1 point. And we'll draw level with Christchurch United on 2. And Auckland United will move on to 6 and draw level with Kashmir Tech. 4th equal on the table. Doesn't do either of their chances of making the finals, although Miramar's probably out of that race now. And George Akers gets walloped as Isimpenda tries to go past him.
He's been active, isn't he? Isimpenda just goes past, looks to go past George Akers.
Maybe that's the case for some bigger shin pads there, George.
Yeah. Extra small shin pads.
Just tucked
into his, just above his boot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As I say, looking ahead next week for Miramar, they play the Phoenix Reserve, so an absolute local derby for them. They certainly play Phoenix Reserves a lot pre-season. It's always a fixture, or multiple fixtures that the two clubs jack up, as Marathi goes round and draws a corner off Akers. It'll be Phoenix and then Christchurch United for Miramar, and for Auckland United, they've got a tough little run to come. Auckland City next week, Wellington Olympic the week after, and Kashmir Tech. So 3 of the top 4 sides await Auckland United, so they will be wanting to pick up 3 points here. Near post! And the ball just flicked over the crossbar. It was a good ball from Middleton.
Yeah, fantastic cross there, or from the corner there. It's Reg Marathi finding himself at the near post, just unable to keep that one down. It was a good, a lot of pace on that corner. Sort of delivery you need.
Well, better than the last one that went over the fence.
Well, yeah. Also has the, it could come off a defender with that sort of pace
exactly.
on, particularly into that near post where it does get congested.
It was a good opportunity. Marathi just get too much on it. Just needs the softest of touches off the head. Keep it completely stranded at that point. Just can't react in time because you're so close to the goal line. Now Bevan, ball bouncing up in the air though, making life difficult. Watson gets it again, wants to just whip it over the back 4. 3 at the back for Auckland United. They're waiting on reinforcements. And McWaite provides that, comes and collects.
Narrow, pass, narrow. Pick up Saul, pick up Saul. Yeah, good lad.
Here's Middleton again with a lot of space.
United sweep forward. Blake with the strike. And I think that's Harry Choate that collected that. And that was a full-blooded shot. He stood his ground and headed the ball away. No, it's not Choate.
It's our ball then, yeah?
Rogerson.
It's our ball.
The wind has got up now.
Yeah. Blake cutting inside and Rogerson standing his ground, like any good defender would.
Yep, that's your job, mate.
Yeah, this is the signal there back to the bench that he's okay.
Get anything in the way and worry about it later.
Drop in with Woody while he's off.
It's great.
Yeah,
It's always great when two strikers are commentating, isn't it?
You can hear.
The defenders are taking it. A drop ball to the advantage of Auckland United. Riley just saying he's going to give this one to Auckland United, to Andrew Blake, and get play underway. Back to Den Hire. Getting closer. Nice little interplay on the edge of the box. Redfern, his first shot of the afternoon, really. Had a couple of headers, but hasn't had much to play with on the ground. Den Hire, strong in the challenge.
George, open up. Too big.
Overlapping run. Raniga. Middleton. Again, ball ricocheting around the penalty area, and straight from Zambrano at the end, lifted over the crossbar. But they're certainly peppering this Miramar goal with shots.
Yeah, they certainly look at the bodies behind the ball there for Miramar as well. They, I guess, you know, Joe Knowles from 20, 25 yards, happy to entertain a strike on goal from that sort of distance.
Nice touch off from Hamish Watson. You can see how difficult it is for Miramar into the wind to just build up play. Here's Watson. It's good hold up play from the big striker. Looks to release Murdoch Gibbs. Here's Murdoch Gibbs up against Raniga. Now Blake comes back. Referee not buying the foul. Gibbs gets the ball. Sam Mason-Smith, and a touch from Bevan.
Yeah, I think Bevan had made a run just inside the box as well. Just off balance when he received that ball back.
Here's some Penda. Back to Muradi. Penda again, offside. Just a frustration from some of his teammates. And he didn't readjust once he'd passed the ball inside.
Yeah, I think Scott Hales will be pleased with the second half of the way they've kind of closed ranks on those wide areas.
Yeah.
You know, Auckland haven't been as prominent as they were in the first half with getting in behind.
Especially down that left,
That's
this
correct,
left flank.
Yeah, potentially behind.
Must have been something
George
they've
Akers.
spoken about, because it's certainly tightened up in that area. Now, Andy Bevan again, 3 in front of him, and he gets dispossessed. Good covering tackle from Ross Haviland. That's a nice ball. Middleton, nice pass out wide, first time. Just at the moment, neither side really has that little piece of quality that they're searching for to open the scoring. Maybe this will be the moment. Mason-Smith, he's got plenty of space here. Can look up and pick a pass. Mason-Smith, Bevan, blocked. Ball still not cleared. Milovanovic. And he overhits his ball in behind. Now, further substitution coming. Looks like Oliver Middleton is heading to the sideline. He's had a good afternoon. Especially the second half has been very, very involved in that attacking midfield role. Has just got the ball, played simply, played quickly, hasn't given too many balls away. A couple of good deliveries into the penalty area as well. So good afternoon's work from the youngster. Big switch of play.
No shots.
You hear the cry of no shots from Scott Hales just in front of our scaffold. Bevan drops it back. Tian Manuel. Watson hooks it or helps it on. Milovanovic, and again it's that final delivery. Can't find its mark.
Yeah, fortunate for Napier also. They've only had one player to hit there on that occasion. It's Sam Mason-Smith. I guess the support out of midfield is not quick enough, particularly when they're breaking, right, Miramar? Because that's a couple of times they've been in those sort of positions, whether it's Watson making a run to the far post and the ball from James Murdoch-Gibbs earlier on just not getting there. But really, they've only had the one option, so we need to start pushing players forward, Miramar. Or Hales is saying, look, you know, happy to sit back and maybe take a draw from this one, given their recent performances.
Ball delivered. Milovanovic again, and cries of handball there. Edge of the box. White shirts go flooding round the ball.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Scotty Hale saying stop it. He wants someone to make the professional foul. Isimpenda now. Can they find the delivery? Yes, they can! And Josh Redfern just plants that one into the back of the net. You could hear the cries from Scotty Hales. He knew what was coming. And the delivery found the striker. And Auckland United go 1-0 up.
Well, and he could sort of skip past. That's core from Scott Hales to stop it. And in the end, Redfern, what a great ball too across the front of goal. Nice timing of his run. Again, in the end, it was just an easy tap in for him. All the work was done further up the park for Auckland United. They broke quick from the back, as they have done for most of this afternoon. Their transitional play has been very effective, albeit not producing a goal, but on that occasion it did.
This was a lovely ball from Isimpenda. And Josh Redfern, well, he's not going to miss from there. And credit to him because he's worked very, very hard. Hasn't had much to work with. Opportunity when it came. And here he is again. Got a taste for it. Straight into the arms of Joe Knowles.
So what does Scott Hales do now? Max Falconer is on. He's already made a couple of changes.
There is Falconer, number 7. Milovanovic wins out there. Milovanovic. Falconer. Watson. Mason Smith. Murdoch-Gibbs. And they win a corner.
Lucky that one, Napier. That ball really needed to go to the feet rather than trying to play in behind the defender with the touchline just there.
Akers with the delivery. Needs a good ball in, near post. And Mac Waite clutches it at the second attempt. Akers just whipped in against the breeze. There's no real need for Auckland United to press forward, so you can hear the cries of keep it. William Stephen is the player, number 6, who's come on for Ollie Middleton. Here he is. And he's won the corner. And Ignacio Machuca has also been substituted on. He will take the corner. You'd expect this will be whipped into that near post area. The runner's coming now. Oh, he's hit it high to the back. And Haviland can't keep that one in the play. And so Auckland United race back to protect this 1-goal lead. Just 6 minutes of normal time. Other than substitutions, we haven't had any stoppages. So I wouldn't think there'd be too many minutes to be added on. Falconer flicks it on. Again, they give up possession. It's just getting all a bit fragmented for Miramar, and also the gap between their midfield and defensive lines and their striking trio is just getting too large. Really noticeable. There's a big gap, especially in this wind. It makes it very difficult to get the ball forward. Murdoch Gibbs. Mason Smith in behind. But again, there's 5 white shirts, 6, 7 against 2. Just sheer weight of numbers. Bevan drops it back. Ivanovic across to Akers. He's got Watson wide. Not really where you want to see the big guy. But Bevan to the back post and looking for Mason Smith. Overhit once more.
Yeah, some nice build-up work too. Akers and Hamish Watson into Bevan, trying to bring in Sam Nathan Smith, but Miramar just need to keep pushing players forward. As you said, those number of white shirts back there clearly outnumbered the Miramar players.
So Andy Bevan heads to the sideline. His afternoon is done. On comes Spencer Cameron. Number 11 takes up a wide position on the right. And that will mean that James Murdoch Gibbs, the 15, just comes inside and plays in that 10 role that Andy Bevan's been operating in throughout the afternoon. First chance for Spencer Cameron. Battling with Sharaniga. Does well. Gibbs. Liam Wood. Out to Akers. Just keeps it in. Falconer. Liam Wood. Nice ball. Murdoch Gibbs. Just opens.
Just dwelled on it too long, didn't he?
Yeah, he just showed it too much to the defender, and Auckland United come away with it. Isimpenda looking for Redfern. Isimpenda does well, wins the ball. Machuca. Watson. Inside outside ball. Mason Smith. Not great for Mason Smith. Didn't even give Cameron an opportunity there. Just a couple of minutes remaining for Miramar. Akers looking for Watson. Watson brings it down. Mason Smith. Murdoch Gibbs. Wide again. Cameron. Cries of handball. Referee having none of it. Really well placed, Anthony Riley. A really good view of that. Clearly just ball striking the chest. Good sustained pressure this from Miramar. And then just that pass.
Wasted ball, wasn't it?
Yep. Not sure what he saw there. Falconer just pinged for a high foot there. Anthony Riley pointing to his forehead.
And this was the early one out to Spencer. Machuca at the back there. No handball. Fair enough from the referee. I think his assistant on that side had a clear view of that one. You can hear the urgency on the Miramar bench just a few moments ago with trying to get the ball forward.
So a couple of substitutions there, I think, for Auckland United.
We're going to go to 5 minutes addition. Come on, man. Hey, did you hear what I just said?
Ito, the Japanese player, is on for Hashe Reniga. See the number 17. Fumiya Ito. So straight switch at left back. It's more to do with the time than actual substitution. As the clock ticks over 90 minutes. Into time added on now. I think it might be 3, possibly 4 at the most, but I think probably 3 as Auckland United win the corner. The ball's down the right end of the field for them.
Yeah, Rich Marathi cutting inside, just running into bodies.
Delivered way to the back post to Haviland. Haviland confronted by 2. You do well to get a cross in from there, or even a corner. Back to Den Haya. Den Haya lets fly, but one sails harmlessly over the goal. Redfern across to Esimpenda. Den Haya skips past one, back to Esimpenda. It's Murdoch Gibbs, yes, into the brush on the side of the pitch. Haven't been in there. That's pretty prickly, got to say. Here's Hamish Watson. He's battling away for the cause. Final seconds of this match. All haste now for Miramar. Can they snatch a point back? Cameron. Across to Akers. Akers over the top. Oh,
Watson.
Hamish Watson, just the guy you want to be on the end of a cross like that. And he knows that that was a gilt-edge opportunity to get them a goal.
Well, it's probably the most clear-cut opportunity they've had in the second half, Miramar. Still a difficult header for Hamish Watson, just 10 yards out. The ball kind of coming down, not a ball that's been whipped in with pace, so you still had to generate a bit of power to get it anywhere near the target.
Also had a guy next to him as well, so under pressure. But for a guy of his quality, at least you want him to draw a save off the keeper. Good moments these for Miramar. Ito puts it up in the air. Manuel. All eyes on Anthony Riley. It's just putting the ball in the box or getting the ball forward for Miramar. And likewise for Auckland United. Anywhere will do from here. And Watson draws a foul. Well, you got to think this is last chance saloon for Miramar. It'll be everybody forward, everybody in the box. And Saul Milovanovic needs to put this one onto a teammate's head. Just chips it in. Referee not ready. Whistle hadn't gone. So they get a second bite at it, luckily for Miramar, because Mac Waite had come and just claimed that ball. And Milovanovic just steals a couple of meters. Low flat delivery that he has and doesn't clear the first man. And I think it's Essen Pender just takes off down the park. Ito, can he finish it off? No, he can't. He blasts over the bar. Anthony Riley says that's enough for this afternoon. And Miramar Rangers fall to another defeat at the hands of Auckland United. The goal from Josh Redfern in the 81st minute in a game where both sides hit the crossbar, but it was Redfern who put the ball in the net for the only goal of the game. And here at Dave Farrington Park, it's Auckland United that have run out winners 1-0.
Well, thoroughly deserved, I think, Fred. Auckland United clearly, possession-wise, I think even from chances created, particularly in the first half, deserved this result. I think for Scott Hales, it was a case of we can't come into this game and lose it. We have to get something out of this to continue the good work. They picked up that point last week against Napier City Rovers, but they just don't have the quality. I think they certainly have quality, beg your pardon, in the three players we talked about, Sam Mathan-Smith, Hamish Watson and Andy Bevan, but they're just lacking something in the middle of the park to really get them going. But thoroughly deserved Auckland United running out that one.
Yes, Auckland United move up the table into second spot temporarily. Auckland City up against Napier City Rovers shortly live on Sky Sports 7, so they can leapfrog both Auckland United and Wellington Olympic to go top. Napier City Rovers, for their part as well, a victory for them will see them in third position. So very, very tight here in the Men's National League. But on behalf of Harry Nata, I'm Fred de Jong, and from Dave Farrington Park, we wish you good afternoon. It's been Auckland United that have won this one 1-0 over the home side, Miramar Rangers.